Good morning, students. Students, as we know the importance of respiration in organism and what is respiration that you have already studied in class 6. Now today we will discuss upon respiration in organism in detail. So, I am going to start the chapter respiration in organism. All of you know that all the living things require energy to perform different functions. And that energy is obtained from the food and that is consumed by an organism. A process that is known as respiration releases the energy from the food and helps the organism to perform its biological activities. That means energy we obtain from the food, but energy is released from the food by the process of respiration. Respiration helps in the release of energy from the digested food. So we can say that respiration is the process in which organism convert sugars into biochemical energy using oxygen. A process in which sugar is converted into biochemical energy by using oxygen. This process is known as respiration. The process occurs in all organisms including animals, plants, fungi and bacteria. During respiration, energy is produced and this energy is then used in different processes necessary to support our life. In addition to producing energy, respiration also produces carbon dioxide and water as waste products. Respiration involves an exchange of gases. Oxygen is used in the body and carbon dioxide is released from the lungs. In plants, the process of respiration as well as photosynthesis occur simultaneously during the day. Plants take in oxygen and carbon dioxide respectively for the process of respiration and photosynthesis. However, photosynthesis does not occur in the absence of light. At night, only respiration takes place in the plants. This means that during night, oxygen is taken in and carbon dioxide is released by the plants. That means in night, they perform only respiration, and that's why oxygen is taken in and carbon dioxide is released during night by the plants. Oxygen reaches all the cells of the body when we breathe. In the body cells, oxygen combines with the absorbed food with the help of enzymes. As a result, energy and carbon dioxide are produced. This process that release energy in the cells is known as the cellular respiration. As we know that when we take in oxygen during breathing, oxygen reaches to all the cells of the body and there energy released by the absorbed food with the help of enzymes and carbon dioxide is also produced. That means the process in which energy is released in the cells is known as cellular respiration. Cellular respiration is the process in which cells produce the energy they need to stay alive. During cellular respiration, cells use oxygen to break down the sugar to produce energy. The body gets its usable energy for various life processes through the process of breathing and cellular respiration. We breathe about 5,000 times every day. The lung on the left side of our body is slightly smaller than the lung on the right side. The extra space on the left side leaves space for the heart to work efficiently without being obstructed by the surrounding organs, and that's why there is a difference in the two lungs of our body in the size of the two lungs. Now we will discuss about the different types of respiration. There are two types of respiration, aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration is the release of energy from glucose in the presence of oxygen. Strictly speaking, aerobic means in air. However, it is the oxygen in the air which is necessary for aerobic respiration. An organism is described as aerobic if it requires oxygen in order to survive. And in aerobic respiration, the products are carbon dioxide, water, and energy. That means energy is released during aerobic respiration with the use of oxygen, and carbon dioxide and water are also released. Now next is anaerobic respiration that takes place in the absence of air. Here oxygen is not required, not used for the release of energy from food molecules such as oxygen. An organism described as an aerobic organism when it does not require oxygen to produce energy. And in this case, there are two types of anaerobic respiration. One is in the absence of oxygen, and one in which there is no use of oxygen, without the use of oxygen, and another is in the absence of oxygen. When oxygen is not used, the products are alcohol, carbon dioxide, and energy is released. Without the use of oxygen, when anaerobic respiration takes place, alcohol and carbon dioxide are the products and energy is released. And when there is the absence of oxygen during anaerobic respiration, lactic acid is the product and energy is released. Once again, these are the two types of anaerobic respiration, in which in one the respiration takes place without the use of oxygen. In that case, alcohol, carbon dioxides are produced and energy is released. In another type of anaerobic respiration in which there is the absence of oxygen, that means no sufficient oxygen is supplied, in that case lactic acid is produced and energy is released. Anaerobic respiration that takes place in yeast is put to commercial use for the production of alcoholic beverages. It is also useful for making breads and for fermenting the idli and dosa batter. This type of anaerobic respiration is also called fermentation. Another type of anaerobic respiration can take place in human muscles when enough oxygen is not available, and in that case lactic acid is produced in the muscles. Anaerobic respiration is useful in making alcoholic beverages and bakery items like bread and cakes. In plants, yeast and bacteria, anaerobic respiration results in the production of alcohol and carbon dioxide. This process is used in the brewing and the baking industries, and this process is also known as fermentation. Now, why do we get muscle cramps after heavy physical exercise? Human muscles can respire anaerobically. However, lactic acid is produced during this process and accumulates in the muscles. Because of this, the muscles cannot continue working for long. They get fatigued after some time, causing muscle cramps. Anaerobic respiration in humans is less efficient than aerobic respiration for releasing energy. This explains why humans can run faster in a short distance race than over long distance. When an athlete stops after a sprint, he has to breathe faster and deeper for some time to feel normal once again. This is to take an extra oxygen in order to break down the accumulated lactic acid on top of the normal breakdown of sugar. That is a part of aerobic respiration. The body thus pays back the oxygen debt built up during the sprint, and then the athlete get relaxed in this process. By taking deeper and longer breaths, the extra oxygen is supplied to the lactic acid, and then it breaks down and the athletes get relaxed. So students, today we have discussed about the respiration, different types of respiration. We will discuss the respiration in plants tomorrow. That's all for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.